EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Getting set for all the action on what my idol Vin Scully would have said was a beautiful afternoon here in the Sunshine State. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting ready at Wetlands Golf and Country Club. An interesting layout, Frank. The players are ready to go, and what are you thinking about as you get set to tee off?
Well, you're thinking about you're going to play a long golf course, sort of mid-7,000 yard range, but this is a golf course that you actually do get to hit your driver more often than not. So it's a good driving golf course. Green's relatively flat as well, but be careful if you're a little weak of heart. Look left or right, you might see the odd gator or two. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Frank, we haven't seen a whole lot of that, but no doubt it feels good. On to the second hole, par 3 of 225 yards. Good hole, Frank.
It certainly is, and the two bunkers, one left and one right, they remind you where not to go, but they don't really encroach on the green. So stay with a positive attitude on that tee, and you'll find that green is plenty big enough.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll. that'll put the smile back on the face.
We're at the third hole now at the Wetlands. It's a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, you watched the Web.com Tour event down here, and what'd you see when the young bombers came to this hole?
Oh, this is a hole they just love, Rich. You know, it's flat, it's long, and it's straight, so they just tee it up, aim it straight at the green, hit it as hard as they can. And some of these guys were just going in with an 8 or a 9 iron. It was quite amazing. And, of course, when you go with an 8 or a 9 iron into this hole, you look at 3 more often than not.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, it's one thing to make good contact. It's another to make a good decision in terms of what club to hit.
Yes, so often people want to try and hit the ball the exact number. But if that flag is right on the front, you have all that green behind it. You can use all of that. There's nothing in the game that says, maybe I should just take another club and make sure that I'm putting. Too often people only look purely at where that flag is.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Sneaking into contention here, that birdie.
Top 15 now on the leaderboard. Wow, check this out, Frank. Par 3 fourth, 250 yards. This is a really cool hole.
It is. You tee off and that tee shot right across the swampland into a crescent-shaped green. And, of course, it is protected by that bunker that just cuts in. It doesn't give you very much depth on that middle line of the green. So if the pin's in the middle, that's when the hole plays its most difficult.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. Second shot, good look at the green. These are the kind of putts that keep a round going, about 10 feet away for par. 11 feet away. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Good look now at the fifth hole here at the Wetlands, par 5, and it's a good one, 635 yards. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Now the third shot at the par 5. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Yeah, that really hurts, Frank, missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
No one likes these. Putt for double bogey. Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This is a case of anything that could go wrong. Not just probably, it did. Yeah, Rich, the reason why the best players enjoy stroke play so much is that every single shot's going to count. And you can't get away with anything in stroke play.
You have to manage your game, and you have to manage your emotions as well, because it can get away from you in a hurry. Good news is, Frank, you can see the golf ball. I guess the bad news is that's kind of an uncertain lie in that mulch.
Yeah, there's nothing really good about that. You'd rather be in the rough.
Headed for the bunker, I think. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Frank, this is the third shot from the fairway bunker.
Yeah, good lie. And once again, just making sure you have enough loft to carry the lip in front of you and really then focus about the target in front.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. So that is the end of the second round. I can't wait to get back at it tomorrow, Frank.
We got a great leaderboard right now, Rich. So many players in contention. Golf course, there's enough blend of good and hard holes. Really, it's up for grabs.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Ready for his third shot, needs to hit this close. Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Chance to get it close here. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par.
Frank, not exactly the kind of putt you want to start off the round.
Yeah, it looks like first hole nerves. Just needs to shake it off, take the bogey, and he's going to have to start again on the next.
Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
Now to the second, par 3, 225 yards. And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par. Safely on the dance floor.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, with that drop shot, moves to 1 over for the tournament. Fairly straightforward par 4 now. The third at the Wetlands is 460 yards straight away.
It is 460 yards. It can be chopped down a lot of different ways. 300-yard tee shot, and it's only 160. But if you're a mere mortal, 280, 180, the hole becomes that much longer, that much harder.
This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Well, here we are at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the Sunshine State, Florida. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, what stands out when you look at the Wetlands?
The swampland, the gators, really it's a good driving golf course, Rich. Not a lot of fairway bunkers in play here at Wetlands, but if you drive the ball well here, you really can get a good score out here at Wetlands. They play the web.com here every now and again, so we've seen some good scores over the years, but always fun to be playing in Florida. Sun on your back, warm golf conditions.
Headed for the bunker? That one is in the bunker. This is about 125 yards. That might be a fat 8-iron for me. Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
Well, how do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. Strong par 5 to start, followed by a good par 3. The second hole is 225 yards.
2 bunkers, Rich, when you look at this par 3. In between is a nice corridor, and that's really the line that you want to be looking at going at this par 3. Just thread the gap, and you should safely find the green.
This would be nice. 2 straight birdies. And that drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. The third hole here at the Wetlands is a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, It appears to be a pretty straightforward tee shot.
It is, and actually, Rich, when I was watching the web.com event here, this is where I saw those young, talented players really take advantage of a hole like this. Just ramrod straight. They teed it up and just ripped it down there, and these are the sort of holes they can often make three on. Bunkers sort of short, left and right. Plenty of green to work with. Nice, high-flying second shot will be well rewarded here.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
He can't be that good.
Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under for the tournament. And what a hole this is, Frank. Par 3 4, 250 yards. And we're teeing off right in front of the swamp there.
You might see the odd alligator pop its head up. When you look at this, if you want to be clever, you can sort of hit a little cut in here, Rich, and then it'll work with that C-shaped green. That'll keep the tee shot away from the bunker that protects the middle. And you never know, it might just sneak in a birdie.
Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Good look now at the 5th hole here at the Wetlands, par 5, and it's a good one, 635 yards. Now to the 5th hole here at the Wetlands, par 5, 635 yards. A lot going on here, Frank.
The shorter hitters don't really worry about the swampland on the left because it really only cuts in to worry the longer hitters if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters, 2 good shots, set up a wedge shot. Longer hitters, are you straight enough to hit it into the narrowest part of the fairway?
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, I have to say I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
I agree. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the round plays out.
Might go deep here in the red numbers. Now his third, staring right at the green.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. How about this? This would be a 5th consecutive birdie.
No, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Playing some outstanding golf right now. That's another birdie and 5 under par. On to the par 4 6th here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. And that might be worth considering for the short hitters to try and flash it across the narrowest part of those wetlands. 276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
Wayward from the tee. And this one is headed for the rough, Frank. We are about 170 yards from the hole.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort.
I've heard of being on the zone, but this is he's just making it look so easy.
Just sensational golf. I mean, he is knocking down every flagstick right now. What a performance. Almost. Wow.
Oh, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now at par.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here's another scoring opportunity, Frank. A par 5. The 7th is just a shade under 600 yards.
And it bends gently to the left, Rich. Longer hitters can obviously get home, and nothing really to be worrying about with that second shot if you can reach. The wetlands are well to the right of this hole for the second shot. But if you want to play to the 3-shotter, then that's a very safe, conservative way, and really shouldn't cause you any problems whatsoever. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Now a chance for a birdie. Nails it. That is now 6 birdies on the card. 8th hole here at the Wetlands. Par 3, 203 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, actually, but you have to have a little look at your yardage book because that front bunker will make this hole look a little shorter to the eye than actually what it plays. Green gets a little narrow as it gets deeper, but flat and, well, I wouldn't say easy. 3 here, not too bad.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under. Finishing up the front side here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club with a par 5, 621 yards. Wait, this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Getting set now over the putt. continuing to play well. -7 now after that putt. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back? And that's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
That's good work. That's a good par right there. Par 4 11th hole, 443 yards. Frank, what's the best way to play it?
Nice straight drive off the tee, then really reduces this par 4 to size. Then those bunkers short and left don't really cause an issue. The green's a little tiny though, but even if you miss that green a little bit on the right side, it's a relatively simple chip, long and straight.
That's how you do it. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. That is an excellent play right there. The approach giving him another good look. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Stepping up to the tee at the first par 5 on this back 9. It's the 12th, and it is 576 yards.
Yeah, this hole bends to the right, opposite direction to what 11 does. A good tee shot, and you can actually think about reaching this par 5 and 2, but anything around the front or front left, still going to leave a relatively simple pitch shot. So when you stand on that tee, think of birdie at least here.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway.
Second shot.
Well, we've seen this before today in the bunker. In the greenside bunker, Frank, little bit of a problem. No way! He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
Now to par 4 13. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. It's 450. It's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit. And bunkers, once again, short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do not come into play. Great drive.
Came right out of the middle of the bat. settles in, looking to knock it in tight. This is a good-looking shot.
It's like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Moving on to the tricky 14th here at the Wetlands. It's 204 yards, but there is plenty of trouble out there.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
And he's made the green. Workmanlike hole, he walks away with a par. Stepping up here on the 15th tee at the Wetlands, this is a 590-yard par 5.
Oh, I liked that. Oh, that's fine.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green in regulation. Just 5 feet left. 11 under on the day. Sixteenth hole at the Wetlands is a par 4, 455 yards.
Once again, another reward for a straight tee shot, but this green heavily guarded by sand. So, good tee shot, and, well, this one, you're going to have to hit one of the better iron shots required at Wetlands. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Chance to get it close here. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Locked in on the read and the speed. And Frank, the train is rolling down the tracks right now.
And just check another one off.
Par 3 17th, Frank hits 238 yards.
There's still a chance for birdie here, though. Green shape's a little bit to the player's right, so a nice high draw coming in here. Even finding the middle of the putting surface will give you a chance to putt to really any position on this green.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
wow, I thought he made that. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Final hole here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. It's par 4. It's not a long one, 377 yards. There must be some trouble out there somewhere.
Well, not really if you keep your wits about you. Just position the tee shot. You don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood's only going to leave a short iron. If you hit your 3-wood 250, 260 yards, do the maths, it's only 120 yards left. With that, with a scoring club, try and get that inside 10, 15 feet. Finish with a birdie.
But if you stray, then what?
Oh, no. We don't think of straying on this hole. This is the last hole. Got to finish well.
But I'm thinking about gators. Are there gators out there?
Well, there's gator on the menu.
That will be a great look at birdie. From about 8 feet. Knocking down all the shots today, now 13 under. Frank, you've been there at so many tournaments around the world. 1 round to go, a chance to win. What's that feeling like?
Oh, this is the fun part, knowing whether or not your body can handle the situation. You've got to push it to the limit. But that's what sport and golf is all about. Trying to do something that you've dreamed of for so long.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Hello again and welcome. Rich Slaughter alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting set to go at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the great state of Florida. And now we go down to the action at the first. Frank, it's a different feeling on the first tee on a weekend, third round of a championship like this than, say, in the first round, isn't it?
You know you've got the grips of the golf course. You know the holes that are birdieable out there. More importantly, too, you know how well you're playing. It's all in front of you. Sport, especially like this at the highest level.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Moves into the top 25 with that birdie. Strong par 5 to start, followed by a good par 3. The second hole is 225 yards.
Two bunkers, Rich, when you look at this par 3. In between is a nice corridor. And that's really the line that you want to be looking at going at this par 3. Just thread the gap, and you should safely find the green.
So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Birdie try again here today. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. We're at the third hole now at the Wetlands. It's a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, you watched the Web.com Tour event down here, and what'd you see when the young bombers came to this hole?
Oh, this is a hole they just love, Rich. You know, it's flat, it's long, and it's straight, so they just tee it up, aim it straight at the green, hit it as hard as they can. And some of these guys were just going in with an 8 or a 9 iron. It's quite amazing. And, of course, when you go with an 8 or a 9 iron into this hole, you look at 3 more often than not.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
Now it's at sneaky distance.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Par 3 fourth, 250 yards, and you tee off just in front of the swamp, so golf cart's not going to get you to the green here, is it, Frank?
No, it might need an airboat to go across that.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Oh, man, not a good shot at all.
It was wicked.
Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You've hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
So a tester from 4 feet. Good putt. Final round coverage comes your way tomorrow for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying thanks for being with us on EA Sports, and so long for now. EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Setting up for an approach shot here. And getting ready for the putt. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
Frank, it's been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey.
Yeah, it's not exactly a small gap between that player there and the rest of the field. That gap's got to feel like the Grand Canyon right now. In the direction of the sand.
It looks like it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Will it last? A birdie. Stepping up here on the 15th tee at the Wetlands, this is a 590-yard par 5. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Third shot about 100 yards out.
Should be safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
And now he has this for the birdie. Nice birdie and a nice little move on the leaderboard, getting to 2 under par. Making our move to the home stretch, the 16th. It's a par 4 and a good one at 455 yards.
And a chance to actually get a good run for the clubhouse because the holes are fairly short coming in. So good drive here. Find the putting surface. Maybe start the roll right here.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good chance at one. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Locked in on the read and the speed. And with that birdie, into the top 25 on the leaderboard. Par 3 17th, Frank, it's 238 yards.
There's still a chance for birdie here, though. Green shape's a little bit to the player's right, so a nice high draw coming in here. Even finding the middle of the putting surface will give you a chance to putt to really any position on this green.
Not a huge miss, Frank, but did lose this just a little to the right.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to catch a piece of the green, though.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward. Second shot.
Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. Well, this is it, Frank, the 18th hole, and on paper it looks like you can get this one. You can make a birdie because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up really short iron wedge into this short par 4. And I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger. Got to be careful here. Downhill, he's got to time it good because your weight's a little bit more on your front foot.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Oh man, just slides by, and only a tap in left. Good putt. Did the job right there. Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf. And it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Fifth hole, and we pick up the action. Frank, when you get out of the gates, as our featured golfer has done, with a lot of pars, steady play, what's the mindset?
You've got to keep doing that, Rich. Just maybe get a little closer to the hole, drive a little bit better, work on the pace of the putting. Just little gains, and then all of a sudden you're going to notice a big difference in the scorecard.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading to...
Thank goodness, Frank, back on dry land here.
As long as this one avoids it.
So the previous shot into the drink, this now the fourth shot. Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. What a hole this is. 255 yards, par 3, water everywhere you look. This is a real test.
Yeah, it's called Amen, and whatever religion that you subscribe to, you better say a prayer before this one. This has to go in the hazard.
He needs to get up or it's... Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
And this attempt will be from about 130 yards. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So, 2 over par for the round. Frank, the 7th is a short par 4, 346 yards. So, I'm guessing it's a layup off the tee, but it might be a nervy layup because you have water on the right, and if you miss left, that's no bargain.
It's very distracting looking down the right side. I think that's the easiest way to put it. But if you can break this hole down 346 yards, if you take 120 yards off that, which is like a wedge, then the layup only becomes like 220 yards. That seems a little less intimidating.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a 3-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths.
Chance for back-to-back.
Nice putt, and now back to level par. Frank, the ninth hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question, the best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
How did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, what do you like here on this approach shot at 14?
Green is more triangular. It's wider at the front, narrows as you get towards the back of this green. If you're going to go with that back flag, you can perhaps bring something in there a little lower and sort of skip it up. Apart from that, just a nice, high, soft landing short iron.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Has it now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. Now at the 15th, par 4, 468 yards. It is nicknamed Turning Home as we are making our way towards the close of this round. Now the approach here at 15.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
He'll need to be strong with this. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. All right, now another shot from the rough.
Yeah, this time better be better than the one we just saw.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Now to the par 5 16th. Frank, this is a pretty solid hole.
Like all the other par 5s here, length gets a big advantage here. This hole, as you've mentioned, bends to the left. And that bunker can be taken out of play by the longest hitters. 326 yards will get you past that. Otherwise, there's sort of a V shoot down the right side that everybody else has to respect.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. And he's made the green. And getting ready for the putt. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Well, let's see, Frank. The par 3 17th, just 168 yards. You can't miss it right. Can't miss it left. Can't miss it short. You can't miss it long. Good luck. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh, I thought he had that. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
This would give him the par. Good putt. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the three bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
So the second of the par four goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
We haven't seen a whole lot of that, Frank, but that has to feel good. Don't forget third round coverage coming your way tomorrow on EA Sports. For Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now. This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino-style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard?
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win.
It's no snack, though.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. When you break down shots or break down a hole, how would you break down this hole in a very smart way?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there, you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic hole is to just put the first one in play in a position where you can attack with the second. And there's no shame in that. You can still walk off here more days than often than not with a 3.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough, he's digging in. And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8th, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little offline, then it just becomes a 3-shotter like it is for everybody else.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Now the second shot to the par 5. Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Good birdie right there.
Yeah, this game, when you can't win, it's all about top 10s, top 20s. Currently, that's exactly where they stand.
Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 9th, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Solid play, heart of the green. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's good work. That's a good par right there. So through 3 rounds, just outside the top 10, what kind of a chance do you give a player who is sitting outside the first 10?
Yeah, it's slim. I certainly would not say none, though, Rich. You know, we've countless times over the years seen someone post an early one in and watch the leaders crumble at the end. Good opportunity tomorrow. Put a good round on the board and then just sit back and wait. And then remember, there's also the chance of a playoff.
EA Sports proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today it's the final round of the Career Builder Challenge. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right, but what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway it cuts in, so it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
See what they do now with this second shot at hole number 15.
Surely not.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Oh yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Par 5 16th is a slight dogleg left at 600 yards.
What a great shot. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Settles in over the putt.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
And that par certainly won't hurt the cause.
Still some time. Well, Frank, the most famous island green obviously is TPC Sawgrass, Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Pete Dye's creation. People forget this is also an island green here in the California desert.
And it's called Alcatraz, and I've never heard of anyone trying to break into Alcatraz. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. It's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. Third place now.
Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Pretty good shot right there. Locked in on the read and the speed. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. So that concludes the final round here at this spectacular setting. Frank, final thoughts on the tournament?
Rich, I thought this was really a fantastic venue that challenged the players. We saw some exciting golf out there all across the board.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Here at the TPC Scottsdale in Arizona, and Frank, when so many people tune in to watch this great event, they think immediately of the 16th hole with all of those fans jammed in. It's like Fenway Park inside the desert there, but it's much more than that little par 3, isn't it?
It certainly is more than that, Rich. The TPC Scottsdale is a great venue for a PGA Tour event. It's a blend of everything: birdie opportunities, holes that are fraught by water, bunkering that's been changed. All in all, it's a great atmosphere with nearly 500,000 people that visit this during the tournament week. Oh, that's fine.
Strong winds continue to be a factor. Frank, I know you've played all over the world. How much did you enjoy the challenge of playing into a stiff breeze?
Well, it was a chance to separate yourself from the rest of the field, Rich. Just like these conditions we're seeing right now. You've really got to be smart. Pick the right shot. If you get too aggressive on a day like today, you'll pay a far more severe price than normal.
Club selection obviously is crucial.
Oh, it's imperative today.
Take an extra club or two, choke down.
Very much so.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. So with that birdie, moves to 1 under for the tournament. Out to the 6th hole now, where the action is underway. Let's check in on our featured golfer. Early in the round and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good position to really springboard the round from here. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a good-looking shot. You cannot hide the flagstick from that man inside of 5 feet. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Has it now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, whom you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or 2. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
This has really been an airtight performance to this point. Just flawless. It's a 180-yard shot, his second.
Oh, this is right at it.
Beautiful display of ball striking today. Really in control. And that's another GIR, green in regulation. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
How about that? 4 under par. Rounding out the front 9 with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. There is now 1, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really, the best line is still down the left side, so it still actually suits a draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep, too. So judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Moving a little to the right of the flagstick. That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Shouldn't be a problem here. Just playing excellent golf. 5 under for the tournament. Well, Frank, round 1 in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.
And that's with some strong play today. They don't really need to look back. Strong play heading into the second round tomorrow.
Oh. Hallo, wie geht's euch? Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag, ne? Hau rein. Und wie alt bist du jetzt geworden? 40, oder? Okay, gehen wir mal los und zeig mir mal, was du drauf hast, ne? Steckskalter Wahnsinn da. Sally, und wie geht's dir? Ich höre dich fast, nicht. Ihr seid so leise.
Ja, warte mal eben, Leute. Ich muss dann noch einstellen, dass du das über die Boxen.
Ja, alles gut. Ja, mach das mal, Rambo. Ihr könnt mich ja über den Stream hören. Du hast doch daheim über Cam, machst du es über Mikro oder wie? Und habt ihr schon gut gefeiert? Da müsst ihr, glaube ich, in die Einstellung gehen. Da kann man irgendwas einstellen. Moment, ich habe gerade eine Nachricht bekommen. Moment. Moment, ich habe gerade eine Nachricht bekommen. Bin gleich soweit. Alles klar. Ich höre euch doppelt, weißt du das?
Ja, wollen wir dich jetzt über Boxen hören?
Ach so, okay.
Du hast kein richtiges Headset, das ist ja das Headset.
Ach, das sind Scheiße, das sind Billigraum. Jetzt so ein Weg-Headset. Was für ein Feld ist eigentlich egal, sucht was aus hier. Ihr bekommt jetzt ganz schön was auf die Eier. Ich steck's kalter. Hey, Spaß. Die Arne kenne ich nicht, sind das deine Kollegen? Sind es deine Kollegen da, die anderen zwei? Das sind zwei, keine Ahnung, also ich kenne sie nicht. Aber lass ich auch mitzogen, Zu viert ist am meisten spannender. Hallo, hallo Sven, und wie geht's dir? Gut gefeiert, ja? Ja, wie ne? Zum 40-jähriges Jubiläum kann man schon ein bisschen was laufen lassen, ne? Ist das geil da. Ja, ich bin ja schon drin. Ja, das macht doch nichts. Wir können doch auch gegen die anderen zwei zocken. Ja, das ist doch egal. Ja, okay. Kann man ja wieder neu anfangen. Muss man halt eine Einladung schicken. Aber jetzt hast du ja Start gedrückt, ne? Ah, ich habe gerade Trophäe erhalten. Sehr gut. Das hat sich ja mal gelohnt. Wer ist denn da jetzt? Der Sven. Okay. Wer ist denn das jetzt da? Ah, das bin ich. Ich habe erst gedacht, ich habe meine eigenen Charaktere. Ah, das wusste ich gar nicht, wie das funktioniert. Schade. Weil ich bin ja beigetreten, ne? Ja gut, den kenne ich jetzt nicht, aber probieren wir es einfach mal. Ja, aber ich wollte halt meinen eigenen, ne? Weil ich weiß genau, meiner ist eingestimmt, ne? Aber er ist ja nicht schlecht, er schlägt gut. Und es macht Fun und so, ne? Und habt ihr schon ein Bier aufgemacht? Nette? Ich kann nur ein bisschen Sekt trinken zum Geburtstag.
Ich hatte gestern Geburtstag.
Ja, macht ja nichts, man kann ja nachträglich nachfeiern, ne? Mache ich auch immer. Wenn ich keine Zeit habe in diesem Tag, Geburtstag, mache ich das später. Da ist dann die Bude voll. Da wird man richtig gesoffen. Ja, wie niemand, du hast ja auch Freunde oder du kennst ja Freunde oder so, oder? Oder nicht? Bist du alleine, oder? Ja gut, da hast du noch einen Bruder und so. Der Dennis, ja, ist ja in Ordnung, mit dem kann man auch noch gut feiern. Ist ja alles in Ordnung. Guter Schlag. Sehr guter Schlag. Das war der Madden. Die Fischierer ist so ein Opa da, der kann sowieso nichts. Das Alter. Ja, das ist so krasses, ne? Oder du bist das, Sven. Ach, das bist du?
Ich bin doch gerade am Essen.
Ach, du bist gerade am Essen, wäre Person. Du bist doch der Opa, oder? Der Krassus, oder? Guter Schlag. Nicht schlecht, also. Muss ich mir ganz schön anstrengen hier. Aber die Belze Locher ist nicht so einfach. Genau ins Loch rein da. Ah, zu arg. Weil ich schlage noch ein bisschen mit diesem Spinn. Das ist jetzt ein Jab, ein Makeln, Ma. Vielleicht sind es zwei Ausländer, ich weiß es ja nicht, ne? Das ist geil, Alter. Ah, die. Han. Ha, wie hat er das gemacht? Ja, er spielt schon ein bisschen länger Golf da, hab schon gemerkt. Wahnsinn da. Aber diese Charaktere, die kenne ich gar nicht, ne? Kann man die erstmal freischalten, glaube ich, oder? Echt, das ist geil, Alter. Ja, ich wollte eigentlich meinen haben, weil den kenne ich nicht so, der. Er ist zwar nicht schlecht, aber. Boah. Nee. Das Logo ist gar nicht so einfach, du, wie es aussieht. Boah, ist das geil, da. Wahnsinn, da. Auf jeden Fall jetzt an Dennis. Es gibt jetzt im PlayStation Store ein Beta von Eishockey, NHL 18. Das ist auch nicht schlecht, macht Spaß. Also ein NHL 17 kostet jetzt nur 10 Euro. Ich hab gedacht, du stehst auf so Eishockeys, oder? Ja, aber das ist einfach zu spielen. Das Menü ist auf jeden Fall alles deutsch. Also ist nicht schwer. Muss mal aus lad's mal runter. Die Beta ist ja kostenlos. Ja, der war nicht so gut. Jetzt kommt dieser Obi. Aber er sieht schon stark aus, oder? So ein alter Opa auf dem Golfplatz da. Das sieht doch geil aus, oder? Wahnsinn da. Aber man kann nicht meinen, was man hier eine Bewegung machen muss ja, als Golfer. Ne? Also die bewegen sich sehr viel. Also sehr viel laufend. Ne? Ja, die Strecke, was sie da laufen müssen, ist schon. Ja gut, heutzutage geht ja alles mit dem Rollstuhl. Ne? Das ist geil, ja. Moment. Ja, der kommt. Aber Tiger Woods war es ein bisschen schwieriger, ne? Von meiner Erinnerung. Das haben sie ein bisschen einfacher aufgebaut. Also vom Schlag her und so. Guter Schlag. Sehr gut. Also, dein Bruder heißt, wer war denn jetzt dran? Der Sven, oder? Ach, du spielst jetzt, ach, da bist du Rambo. Ja gut, du bist ja ein Golf-Champion, ne? Also, da bin ich ja noch ein bisschen arg hinten dran. So. Ja, nach dem Wind kann fast gar nicht gehen. Der war zu stark. Boah. Ja, Maiden ist bestimmt so ein Amerikaner oder sowas. Maiden, das kommt ja alles aus der Amiland da. Aber der Lucht ist ja direkt rein, ne? Also der rollt ja gar nichts, der macht ja, der versenkt ist ja direkt ins Loch, ne? Also echt, Respekt. Ja, er hat halt Vorteile, ne? Der versteht die Sprache, ne? Ist das geil. Ja, ich denke schon. Aber das muss ich jetzt auch mal probieren, genau aufs Loch zu spielen. Von oben ins Loch. Weil er lässt den Ball ja nicht rollen. Der spielt ja direkt ins Loch rein, ne? Ja gut, so sind sie halt, die Amis, ne? So, wer führt denn da eigentlich jetzt? Ja, wo sieht man das? Aber wo sieht man das? Ja, der ist wahrscheinlich auch besser ausgerichtet, ne? Der hat sich ja ein bisschen nach oben gelevelt, wahrscheinlich. Ja, das passiert mir auch manchmal. Manchmal ist es richtig verhext, ne? Also ich sage mal, ja, denk schon. Mir war einfach zu gut. Mir war zu gut. Wahnsinn, Schlag da. Ja, besser geht's gar nicht, ne? Also. Ein Hammerschlag war das. Jetzt kommt wieder dieser Madden. Mal schauen, was er drauf hat. Die kannst du einstellen. Die kannst du einstellen, oder? Ach so. Ja, okay. Hallo? Bist ja dran, oder? Ich hab gedacht, der Opa schläft noch weiter beim Schlagen. Ich warte dann Zeit auf meinen Schlag. -1. Mal schauen, ob er den versenkt. Sieht schon mal gut aus. Ja, nicht schlecht. Also der ist nicht schlecht, auf jeden Fall. Also er macht gute Schläge und so, ne? Also Respekt. Aber der wird besser. Genau ins Loch rein. Ah, er kommt, er kommt, er kommt. Ein bisschen weiter. Ja, der Rasen ist nicht schlecht, ne? Das ist so kein so Springgras oder sowas. Ja, lasst euch schmecken, ne? Oh! Wahnsinn da! Aber der würde immer kotzen, wenn sie mal kurz vorm Loch da, ne? Ja, das geht doch an die Eier, oder? Nein! Nee, oder? Ah, zu schlecht, zu schlecht. Schauen wir mal, wer führt. Ja, aber den triffst du ja, oder? Ja, wo sehe ich das jetzt? Wer führt? Ich bin Zweiter oder wie? Ja gut, das ist eine lange Runde. Der, der könnte reingehen. Nee. Der war zu toll. Hat schon von oben her schon mal gut ausgesehen. Aber ich brauche jetzt diese Goldtrophäe. Genauer Asternei. Ja, auf das bin ich scharf. Auf diese Goldtrophäe bin ich scharf. Ja, irgendwann hat man einfach das Glück. Da gehört aber viel Glück dazu. Nee, das wird nix. Boah, total übergezogen. Ich kann sein, dass es am Controller liegt, warum er das nicht so macht, wie er will. Ja gut, ich muss mit dem demnächst einer kaufen. Der ist nicht schlecht, aber der springt weg. So, von hier aus ist eigentlich am einfachsten vom Rouge. Den versenke jetzt. Stark. Naja, es wird immer besser. Aber es sieht schon geil aus, dieser OP da. Ja, er ist nicht schlecht. Also der Madden ist nicht schlecht. Der ist gut dabei. Jetzt habe ich -1. Der Rambo hat wieder -2, das Säckel. Aber den hole ich auch noch. Den Rambo versenke ich am Schluss. So. Ja. Ja, müsste gehen. Ja, kommt gut. Passt genau. Ja, der war jetzt nicht so rosig. Wie bitte? Auf jeden Fall muss ich ihn jetzt versenken. Ich muss den Dennis einholen und der Krassus. Aber der hat wahrscheinlich andere bessere Fähigkeiten am Loch. Ich glaube, der Opa, der kann gut lochen. Ja, aber am Loch ist am wichtigsten. Wenn man das Loch am Loch für gut. Du weißt, das Loch macht am meisten Spaß. So, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt hier. Ja, ich probier's. Der Wind. Ich glaube, den kann ich direkt. Ja, könnte was sein, könne. Ah, aber er liegt schon mal gut zum Lochen. Ah, hast du ja auch schon. Ja, ist schwer, aber da gehört auch viel Glück dazu, ne? Da musst du dann direkt auf die Fahne spielen. Ja, der war gut, der war gut. Der war super. Aber ich könnte jetzt mit dem Dennis gleichziehen. Und mit dem Krasus. So, das gibt der Igel. Yes! Ich bin besser wie der! Habt ihr eingeholt? Nee, jetzt sind alle. Ja, sind Gleichstand, ja. Schade. Hätte verfehlen müssen. So, jetzt komme. Goldtrophäe jetzt. Ich brauche jetzt eine Goldtrophäe. Ja, das sieht schon mal gut aus. Ja, zu weit rechts, ja. Aber liegt schon mal gut, ne, zum Lochen. Ich habe schon gemerkt, ich bin ein guter Locher. Oh, total verzogen da. Dann Türkei. So, Dennis, oder Krasus, zeig mal, was drauf ist. Multiplayer? Keine Ahnung, aber ich denke schon. Man muss es mal ausprobieren. Versuche einfach mal voll auf die Fahne zu schlagen. Ah, nicht schlecht. Aber der war zu doll, ne? Ja, ich finde der Rasen nicht so schlecht jetzt. Aber ich glaube, es liegt auch ein bisschen an den Bällen, glaube ich. Da gibt es verschiedene Bälle, glaube ich. Da gibt es Bälle, wo ein bisschen schwerer sind, wo nicht so springen. Glaube ich. Gibt ja diese Spinnbälle. Da gibt es ja verschiedene Bälle. Sehr gut. Super. Ja, es wird wahrscheinlich wieder Gleichstand sein, ne? Ich mache jetzt auch Igel. Aber der wird wahrscheinlich, ja, den muss ich jetzt versenken. Den muss ich reinmachen. Jawohl, sehr gut. Ich sag ja, ihr ihr müsst euch schon anstrengen. Sehr gut. Na gut, solange ich am Schluss Erster bin, ist die Welt in Ordnung. Ist das geil, da. Ja, natürlich, aber am Schluss erzählt. Ich muss am Schluss noch besser sein, oder? Nein, was? No, go, du! Ah, total. Total verzogen. Der geht voll in den Bunker. Komm, lauf! Ja, aber knapp. Da liegt meiner schon besser. Nee, der geht eher noch ins Wasser. Nee. Nein, Gott, ich glaub's nicht. Nee, das war im ersten Schlag, gell? Boah, das glaub ich nicht, oder? Der Säckel da. Jetzt führt er noch, du. Das war bestimmt so ein Flüchtling oder was da. Aber er spielt nicht schlecht. Hätte schlecht angefangen. Aber hört wahrscheinlich gut auf und so, ne? Ja, Opi. Ja gut, der Opa baut halt ein bisschen, ne? Ja. Er geht bestimmt auch schon in die 80er zu, ne? Nicht schlecht, aber den muss ich jetzt versenken, weil ich muss jetzt, brauche die -5. Da kann mir da, dieser Amerikaner, dem gönne ich das nicht. Yeah! Ich hab's! Jawohl! Das geil da! Ich führe sogar! Ist das geil da! Wahnsinn da! Ich hab's gewusst! Ja, es wird ein enges Match. Ja, ich brauche jetzt, wie heißt es nochmal da? Theon oder? Ich denke, Alter. Bauer Aas. Ja. Es kann dumm laufen. Oh, den hätte er aber das hätte er bewusst gemacht. Ja, das mache ich jetzt auch, genau da drauf und springt da ganz vor. Der springt genau da vor. Wenn da drauf spielt, dann springt er nach 100 Meter nach vorne. Aber ich glaube, ich lasse es lieber. Ich glaube, das lasse ich. Ich mache das von da. Ja. Nicht schlecht. Jetzt macht er genau. Ja, sehr gut. Ja. Ja, Dennis, du hast aber schon mal besser gespielt, ne? Du spielst ja wie so 80-Jährige. Ehrlich jetzt? Warum nimmst du den dann? Guter Schlag. Ja, ist keine Weite, ne? Aber jetzt komm. Da muss ich mehr nach links schlagen. Ungefähr hier. Ah, wo mussten wir mehr Spin geben da. Schade. Aber er liegt schon mal gut, ne? Zum Loche. Ja, es kann auch Glück gewesen sein. Also, da gehört auch viel Glück dazu, dass er jetzt von dort direkt reingeht. Ne, also, so lang. Ja, vom Sand her kann man den auch dahinter schlagen. Also von der Weite her. Der war nicht schlecht. Ja, die Führung kann ich jetzt ausbauen, so wie es aussieht. Obi, gib Gas! Ah, nicht schlecht, also knapp vorbei, ne? Es wird immer besser. Ja, total daneben. Aber das muss ich erst mal besser machen, ne? Nein! Scheiße! Mann, ich kann meine Führung nicht ausbauen, du. Schade. Ja, ja. Ja, ist gut für mich. Birdie. Geil. Ja, Dennis, du liegst jetzt und Krasus, ihr liegt jetzt gewaltig hinter. Aber es wird ein enges Match. Ja, hol dir ran, das brauche ich jetzt auch. So, ja gute Weite hätte er. Also er schlägt auf jeden Fall 307. Meiner schlägt nur 278. Ja, liegt schon mal gut. Opa, gib Gas! Was war das? Bekommt man eigentlich eine Trophäe, wenn man gewinnt im Online-Modus? Ja, ich sehe es ja bald. Oh, nee! Scheiße, ich wollte diese Trophäe haben noch. Ah. Junge, kriege ich am Schluss noch einen auf den Sack oder was? Ah, Junge, den muss ich jetzt versenken. Oh, der war nicht gut. Oh. Shit, aber ich glaube für Birdie wird es noch reichen. Ja, sieht so danach aus. Nee, wenn ich jetzt ein Birdie mache, dann habe ich -8. Die muss ich aber treffen. Geiles Rennen. Gutes. Ja gut, Trophy gibt es auch wahrscheinlich keiner. Schade. Ah, ist ein Fehler.